Hello and welcome. Today is the 9th day of November 2016. My name is Derek. Welcome to the Silver Charts channel, looking at the daily chart. And first, opening odds for the 2020 election. Donald Trump, the major favorite, as he's pretty much going to be running as he's the new president, soon to be, or that of the president-elect for 10 weeks. And these are some of the opponents with Mike Pence, Tim Kaine, Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, Michelle Obama, Jeb Bush, Ivanka Trump, and Chelsea Clinton, as well as Ken Bone. And last night, apparently, right before the start of the TV time, 8 o'clock, I guess, the odds were like 1 in 10 for Hillary Clinton. I don't know exactly what time, but it didn't take long, a couple hours, and it was 1 in 10 odds for Donald Trump to win. Of course, he ended up doing such. This was within in live game betting. And this was from Sportsbook Review that I got that information from. This is the odds from Ladbrokes for, of course, the new election. And if you're betting now, you're tying it up for 4 years, which is why yesterday and the last week it was a popular vote, because you weren't tying it up. And all those who cashed in on Donald Trump, congratulations on your wagers. It obviously came through. I'd like to give a shout out to, I will call you, Dr. Evil from New York. Congratulations on the results. I must say I am very much in shock right now. I don't know. I didn't expect to feel this way because I didn't expect Donald Trump to win, but I knew he had a chance, somewhat of a chance. Maybe not zero, but maybe not quite 5%. I mean, really low would have been where I would have thought, because of I don't know the legitimacy of elections, and I still don't to this day. But was it set up where they wanted Clinton to win, but they failed in the work that they did to do such, meaning they put in fake votes, but they didn't put enough in? I don't know. These are the questions that I ask myself. Did they actually want Trump in? And if that was the case, maybe did they even realize, well, we don't have to really do anything, just let people vote, he's going to win? And, well, why would they want him in? Well, there's a reason for that, and I can think of a few reasons if I were to get in a debate for something like that. But that's obviously a possibility. Now, I am very suspicious when I see the stock market falling as much as it did in the earlier part of the election, when it was still undetermined who was going to win. And yet, when it was Donald Trump winning, the stock market didn't go further. I was thinking at the time, like 9 o'clock, when the stock market was at that point down 500-600 points. Well, holy shit, if Donald Trump wins, we could have a 2,000 point Dow down day. We could have gold go up 1-200 and silver go up a couple bucks. This is possible. Now, I found it interesting how the markets didn't really move that way. It was another typical, like at least with the Dow and a lot of other markets, and even this one here on silver, where they would pump it up, pump it down, depending on which side, and bring most of it back again in a flash crash, flash move kind of scenario. You get a lot of them occurring within this decade. The tens, do we call it? I don't know. So I find that as part of the one of the situations, maybe it's all legit and there's nothing to say. There's no conspiracy about it. I am open to that, but I still do wonder, to say the least. So that is that as far as the election's concerned. No, it's not that. I got one more thing, because as far as any new leaders, if you will, the things that are important to me, and I'm not American, but for at least for a Canadian leader, it would be important, is that of the central banks, so at least for the states, the Federal Reserve, and 911. And as far as September 11th is concerned, when Obama first took office, when he had 20 minutes with the president from Charlie Sheen, that was completely ignored. He obviously ignored architects and engineers for 911 Truth over his 8-year tenure. And now let's see what Donald Trump will do within this. He did state, at least I remember hearing, that he would state who did what. And I would be interested to hear that as well. You know that he's going to be forced to deal with that issue, and I hope he actually does. And of course, the Federal Reserve, that is something that I think is very important as well. Because I hear people talking about how the debt's going to go up so much with Donald Trump and everything. It's going up no matter who is the president, because of how the economic model is set up. It almost went up like 10 trillion or so under Obama's tenure. it has no choice, because in order to pay back debt, and you have to create new debt, which is just the way it is. So as far as this chart is concerned, well above this level. So if you get to the point, how safe were you? If any wagers were made to go long at this point, you probably are either in a losing situation, you've lost, I should say, or either you're in a losing situation or you've already lost. And who knows how it's going to play out, but if it doesn't go up, the 18 level doesn't hold, there's that failed breakout before that next move. Now, normally when looking at the charts without any fundamentals whatsoever, I would be very cognizant on this, very weary, I don't know, and like it's very tough, because it would look a lot like there's that first move before the big one, and that big one would probably be there if I'm looking at it just on the charts. But because of the Donald Trump win, I don't think that's going to happen as far as likely as it normally would. Meaning, okay, so normally you buy here to go here, so you're going for a gain of like 80 cents or maybe like 5%. But if you were to buy now at 1838 for this move up to 1956, you're looking at about $1.20, 6% or so. That's not bad, 6-7%. But your stop would probably be 1790 or so. So you're looking at a risk of about 50 cents, 3% or so. So there you can see the risk reward, I think, would be a very good probability. You have to be right only about 40% of the time to have a decent profit with a sell point here and a sell point here. That's just looking at game theory is really what that comes down to. But 18 is key, and the fast sell-off today, definitely a concern to say the least, but the markets are moving wildly since the case. I'm shocked, really, mostly that the markets aren't doing much as far as, okay, so stock market falls 700 points because Donald Trump's probably going to win. Gold's up $50, $40 because Trump's probably going to win. And yet he did, and it didn't continue further. So it just shows you more, I think, a lot of the banking cartel system as they're playing around with their markets. They can do whatever they want as far as anytime they want to bring any large up moves or any large down moves like this. They can do it whenever they pretty much want to. That's how it seems to me anyway. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. There's really not much more to go over. And I'd like to say goodbye and take care.